Hello, New Passion friends and family. I have some important updates as it pertains to our 9 a.m. worship service on Sunday. As many of you know, we started the 9 a.m. service over a year ago to be able to serve our entire church family. I didn't want people having to worship at home, online, or having to figure all that technology out if they wanted to be with their church family. It didn't matter if they were immunocompromised, if they were within an age range that made them more vulnerable, or if they just simply chose to be in an environment where everyone wore masks. We were not going to tell those individuals or those families that they had to stay home. And so our team has sacrificed for over a year to be able to provide this 9 a.m. service. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. And I hope that it has been a great service to you and your family. Based on the CDC guidelines, we will no longer be requiring masks for any reason at the 9 a.m. service or the 11 a.m. service. According to the CDC guidelines, without getting into all the details, we're in a county where they no longer require or suggest having people wear masks in an indoor setting unless someone's immunocompromised or their doctor suggests it. So, if you still choose to wear a mask, you are welcome to do so. In fact, we encourage that if that brings you peace of mind or if it provides additional protection for you with your personal health situation or age or whatever that is. You're not going to be treated any differently. You're not going to be ostracized or looked at in any weird way. We welcome that. And so feel free, if you still feel comfortable wearing a mask, to do so. And I'll ask those who attend the 9 a.m. service, if you notice someone, an individual or a family who is wearing a mask, give them a little bit of space as you sit down. In the 9 a.m. service, we have plenty of seating. And so we still have the opportunity to kind of space out and give people a little bit of space for their own peace of mind. Now, if you know someone and they've made it known that they're comfortable with you sitting with them or near them, feel free to worship as a church family. That's cool. I just want us to honor and respect each other and where everyone's at, whether their health or their age or their own personal hesitancies. And so in doing so, we honor one another. I have asked our team to, in consideration, not as a requirement, as Paul said in Corinthians, as he was talking about marriage things. This is not a command, it's a consideration that I'm asking, that in the spirit of Ephesians 4, where he does tell us to love one another with brotherly love, and I love this, to outdo one another in showing honor. I am asking our leaders, as well, asking our leaders to ask their team, that if there's an individual we know is immunocompromised or they've made it known that they feel more comfortable with us wearing a mask in an extended conversation, to simply slip one on in that extended conversation, and when that conversation is over, to just remove the mask. So we are asking our leaders and team to still hold on to a mask, put it in their pocket, put it on their wrist, and hold on to it for those conversations. That's not necessary as people are just passing through and greeting them and saying hello. But if we engage in those long conversations, we want to honor you in that way and honor each individual in that way as well. And so if you have any questions about these changes or transitions, please let us know. Our contact information is on our website, or on Sunday you can talk to us personally. The 9 a.m. service is staying as is right now. I know for some this is a big change, even from the CDC. And many of you have been following the CDC and doing everything that they have requested and giving guidance on. And so for this change, especially as kind of immediate as it was, it could be a shell shock. It could be a disruptor. And so we want to continue to provide you some peace of mind. And so we're not going to be trying to grow this service necessarily with children's environments and those type things. It's going to stay the same worship, the same message, but no other children's environments or anything like that. Some of you may choose to attend the 9 a.m. service now, and that's fine. We welcome that. But in doing so, we don't want to just grow this service and have people come and worship and then move on. We're called to worship God, but also to serve our fellow man. So if you do so, we would love for you to serve in a service, but also to worship a service. And so maybe you come at the 9 a.m. and you worship, but then you join a team and you serve your fellow man as they come in, our guest and our church family, at the 11. Or maybe you serve during the 9 and then you worship during the 11. If you're physically able to do so, that's what we would encourage you to do, and that's what we would ask of you to do as a church family. And so those are some things that are happening. We're not going to be making any changes right now, and additional changes. We don't know what the 9 a.m. service will look like in the future. We have introduced those conversations with our elders, and so that could look like a number of things. But we'll take it one step at a time and one day at a time, and we'll look at that several weeks down the road. But right now, we want to have a soft transition for our people so that they can continue to worship God with peace of mind. There is one last thing I would like to do, and that's simply this. Thank you to our leaders. Thank you to our team members for helping serve our entire church family. You have been on the front lines, and you have made 2 services happen for over a year. So thank you. Thank you for our volunteers. Thank you for especially our First Impressions team, our tech team, our band. You all have gone above and beyond to serve our people. And like I said, it's never been about how big the service was. I know there's been some weeks it's very low. And there's been conversation like, do we need to cancel the 9 a.m. service? But it was never about having a big service. It was about serving people. And I thank you for having a heart of service. Thank you for having a heart of love for all of our people. And I would encourage you, if you've attended the 9 a.m. service, if that's the service where you worship, if the service has been a blessing to you and maybe has enabled you to be in a church environment where you feel protected and you feel safe, would you express that to our team on Sunday? Maybe write them a note, or maybe tell them personally, or do something special for them to simply say thank you. Let them know how much it's meant to you, because it has required a lot of time away from family, a lot of time of service, a lot of time of practice. And so if you would, please express gratitude to our team so that they know how important this service has been to you. I look forward to worshiping with you Sunday. I look forward to what God has in store for us in our future. I'm thankful that things are improving to the place where we can take this step. And we hope that everyone this Sunday is able to come in with freedom, with liberty, with a spirit of worship, because it's all about Jesus and it's all about worshiping and elevating Him. I love you. I look forward to seeing you this Sunday. Y'all have a great weekend.